Hey, this is Bill Simmons from the Bill Simmons Podcast, here to tell you that Michelob Ultra, the official beer partner of the NBA, is bringing NBA fans closer than ever this season with chances to win great prizes, including courtside tickets. Enter now at michelobultra.com/courtside. Michelob Ultra courtside 25 to 26. No purchase necessary. Open to U.S. residents 21 plus. Begins on October 1st, 2025 and ends on June 30th, 2026. Multiple entry periods. See official rules at michelobultra.com/courtside for free entry deadlines, prizes, and details.
This episode is brought to you by Greenlight. Get this. Adults with financial literacy skills have 82% more wealth than those who don't. From swimming lessons to piano classes, us parents invest in so many things to enrich our kids' lives. But are we investing in their future financial success? With Greenlight, you can teach your kids financial literacy skills like earning, saving, and investing. And this investment costs less than that after-school treat. Start prioritizing their financial education and future today with a risk-free trial at greenlight.com/Spotify. Greenlight.com/Spotify.
No, you have to just take measures so that you're having a party that police don't want to shut down. That's all, which is a lot, I guess, less desirable for the participant.
This is the plaintiff, John Mobley III. He says he booked some space for the defendant to throw a party, and the guy illegally served alcohol. The cops raided him, shut the party down, and now the guy won't pay him for the rental on the party. The cops even gave him a ticket because he was the booking agent on the party space. The defendant owes him big time, and that's why he's suing for the state max of $5,000. This is the defendant, Patrick Labicieri. He says the plaintiff promised him the party would not get shut down because he knew some off-duty cops, and he also promised he'd get a bar license to sell alcohol. When he went to the store to buy some juice, the cops raided the party, put his aunt and bartender in handcuffs. Now the guy's suing him for the max? Please. He's accused of being a party pooper. The defendant has filed a countersuit for $2,000 for monies owed.
All parties, please raise your right hand.
What you are about to witness is real. The participants are not actors. They are actual litigants with a case pending in civil court. Both parties have agreed to drop their claims and have their cases settled here before Judge Marilyn Milian in our forum, the People's Court.
Litigants have been sworn.
Thank you, Douglas. John Mobley, you are suing Patrick Labicieri for $5,000 in damages that you say you sustained as a result of him breaching a contract. You have a counterclaim against him for $2,000 because, according to you, he breached the contract. Okay, you are a
booking agent for an event space.
And you had an event.
Yes,
What
ma'am.
was the event that you were trying to have or had?
I was actually throwing an event to raise money for my tuition.
Okay.
And basically, I was promised that the party would not be shut down.
What kind of how can anybody promise you your party's not going to be shut down? If people are punching each other out, your party's going to be shut down. If people are underage drinking, your party's going to be shut down. But so tell me what the plan was. It was to be held on September 20th.
Correct.
Which is the last day, the second to last day before the end of summer.
Yes,
so
correct.
you billed it as a?
End of summer party.
All right, and you were promoting it how?
I paid a few different people to promote the party for me. But like you said, I was a little bit naive to believe that I would be able to throw a party that would not be shut down.
No, you have to just take measures so that you're having a party that police don't want to shut down. That's all, which is a lot, I guess, less desirable for the participant. All right, listen to me. So did you have a contract with him?
Yes, I did.
How much were you going to pay for the party?
I believe it was supposed to be $3,000 in total, and I was using it from 10 p.m. to 4 a.m. However, the party was shut down probably within an hour and 40
Okay, how old
minutes.
are you?
I'm 23, Your Honor.
23. All right, do you have the contract?
I do.
Do you have the contract?
No, sir.
Why would you not have the contract when you're being sued? You couldn't find it?
I actually left the copy at my house.
Okay. Who's the gentleman next to you?
This is an eyewitness.
Okay.
He's actually going to testify. He was there at the party. He was also there when I was promised that the party would not be shut down, and I went and made a
Stand
cash
up,
deposit.
Please. Did someone promise you that party would not be shut down?
I actually went with him, Your Honor. When he made the first deposit, he did say that the party was not going to be shut down. He also
not shut down if what? Like, how did the concept of a party being shut down get discussed to begin with?
Well, Your Honor,
what were you worried about?
He said that off-duty cops were going to be doing the security,
right?
So that the party would not get shut down.
Well, yeah, that's always the drill.
Yeah.
Okay, so he told you you'd have off-duty cops, so you'd have a better chance of keeping your party going. All right, but so the real problem that ended up coming up here and everything that blew up had to do with liquor.
Yes.
All right, so when I look at this contract, did this contract allow him?
No. If you look at the contract, Section 8 is on the second page. For the sale and service of alcoholic beverages, the actual hall is the only entity allowed to provide alcohol.
Right, but did you tell him, okay,
No
the
alcohol.
hall will provide the alcohol?
No alcohol, because the defendant said that some of his patrons would be under 20, and I let him know about New York State through the SLA, the State Liquor Authority, that you need to apply for the one-day permit. The one-day permit needs to be applied for 15 days before an event. When he came to make his deposit on September 6th, his event was on September 20th. He would have not had enough time to make the necessary paperwork.
Why? How long in advance do you have to apply for it?
It has to be 15 days in advance that you have to apply for the one-day permit if you want to sell alcohol.
And did you tell him that?
I let him know that on the day of when he made the deposit, and he said...
Well, how did you figure you were going to be selling alcohol?
Actually, Your Honor, what actually happened...
Because your contract does say they're the only ones.
Yeah, well, actually what was supposed to happen, the day I went to make my first cash deposit, I was actually told that we were going to split the bar 50-50 and that he assured me that he would get a liquor license the day of. However, I made my second cash deposit the Friday a week prior to the event, and that Saturday he called me and told me I should cancel the party.
Why?
Because he wasn't able to get the liquor license. And
Why wasn't he able to get the liquor license?
Because he wasn't able to get it within a time frame of 15 days. And this actually put me in a bad space because I already spent a lot of money paying people to promote the party, paying DJs, and a whole bunch of other steps I had to take in order to make sure that this party everything was set for that date.
Did that happen?
No. The gentleman...
Show me but you have some text to back up what you're saying.
No, I just have...
Do you not have anything? You come here with just your snazzy suit, nothing else, no evidence, no text, no... You know that you have text. Do you have a phone? Did you bring your phone with you?
Yes,
Why don't you open it up, pal, and look at your text? Okay, you show me your copy of the text. Because there was a text on the Saturday before where there's some concern about the venue.
Yeah, we
what
had
was
an
that
issue.
about?
No, we had a previous event that somebody had called and said that they got injured, but it was actually for the wrong venue. So I let him know, like, hey, we can't have any issues. There can't be any alcohol. We can't have anybody drunk outside, etc. Because I found postings that he posted on his social media page advertising that it's his party, so you can get drunk if you want to.
There's more than that.
You can get high if you want to. You can get fly if you want to.
And that's actually from a song, right?
Yeah.
Except for that apparently seems to be your anthem for the party.
I was not the one in charge of the Facebook page.
It has his name.
Well, I know, but it's still what is going... You're in charge of the whole shebang, so you can't divorce yourself of the stuff that... In fact, the Facebook page has your name on it, so I'm not sure what you're saying. And then there's another entry in your Facebook page where you actually say cheap drinks all night long. A week beforehand, he says... Call me, got to talk about Friday, may have to cancel. And then you don't call him, you don't talk to him. Then he texts you again on Tuesday. We have to either reschedule or cancel the party for Friday. I have to resolve these issues from Friday's event first. Call me, I got to talk to you about Friday. Finally, on the Tuesday, I guess he responds to you, to be honest, I can't afford to cancel or reschedule the party. I already have $400 on flyers, wristbands, smoke machines. Isn't there anything that can be done? Quote, I don't mind if we have to end the party early or we can't sell liquor. Except for that you did mind because you were selling liquor.
I actually wasn't the one selling liquor, Your Honor.
But you can't, honey. You think you can be in charge of a party and then every time I call you on something you weren't supposed to do, blame it on somebody else?
No.
What do you think I am? Your mother? I'm going to buy this?
No, ma'am.
Okay, I'm not going to buy this. It's your party, and if you're going to have a party, you're responsible for everything. The buck stops there. So people were selling liquor at your party. First of all, what time did he get there? Party starts at 10. You got there what time?
Around, I'd say like 10:20, 10:50.
According to you, he gets there at 11:30. You're texting him, where are you? Where are you? Look, I'm having a drink down the block.
I sent a text message to him, let him know security is here. It's around 9:30.
Now, why didn't you insist that security be paid before that night?
Because he was supposed to make the payment ahead of time on the contract.
So then but So then, no, there's no party. I mean, you're a businessman. Can't you get him to pay you?
I knew what he was trying to do I was in college before. I threw parties. I know what he was trying to do. I was honestly looking out for a friend.
How'd that work out for you? He's not your friend.
Obviously, I know that now.
Okay.
So
you were trying to let him use the money from the party to pay the bills because he didn't have the money beforehand?
No, he said that he was going to the ATM. What he told me ahead of time on the phone was
Why couldn't he go to the ATM 2 days ago?
What he told me was that, which is why he came late. He said a friend that he was throwing a party with wound up backing out on him, and he didn't have a ride to get there. He actually asked his aunt, who came in more of a formal gown, to bring him over there.
Your aunt came in a formal gown?
Formal gown? No, I don't recall that.
Okay, so your aunt came to help you out?
She's the one that actually dropped me to the event, Your Honor.
And then did she stay?
Yeah, she was.
And she started to work the door?
Yeah.
Okay, so people are fine. How long had people been lining up outside?
People were lined up outside from about 9:45 because the party was supposed to start at 10. So security.
And they stayed?
They stayed outside.
Well, that's a testament to your ability to throw a party, because I wouldn't wait 10 minutes in the outside for the party promoter to open the doors.
This party ruined my party throwing reputation. I know so.
Yeah, that's why you got to be careful and have a liquor license and maybe throw with a little more advanced timing so that you can actually get that license, and et cetera, et cetera. But when I've got texts that clearly say, I don't mind if I can't sell liquor, and then what happens? At the party, they are selling liquor.
Yeah, so what happens is I'm outside waiting for him to show up. He doesn't get there till about 11:15. I'm talking to security because they've been outside for a while, and I'm saying, well, we're not going to let anybody in until he arrives. He hasn't paid, etc. So
Did you pay security?
I paid security. So when he didn't show back up...
Did you get any money from him that night at all?
No, absolutely not.
For anything?
Nothing.
Did he pay for the insurance that night?
No, he didn't. I have copies.
What did he pay for ever?
He paid for, I guess, the gas for his aunt to drive him over, but he didn't...
What about, did he put a down payment on the place?
Yeah, he put a down payment. I have a business.
What was the total charge from the venue?
The total charge was $2,000. He put a down payment on September 6th. Here's a copy of that
$500?
At $500.
Okay, and that's it. That's the only thing you ever saw?
Yes.
Okay.
Your Honor.
Just a moment, sir. And according to you, you didn't pay him the rest of the party because you think that you don't have to, because you feel that the police should not shut down a party that doesn't have a liquor license, where you knew that you shouldn't be selling liquor.
I mean, I don't think somebody should tell somebody that they would be able to throw a party that won't be able to get shut down.
I don't think anybody told you you'll be able to throw a party that won't get shut down.
Yes.
If you're doing illegal things, you're going to get shut down. Mm-hmm. I think what he told you was what we talked about before, which is we're going to hire off-duty cops so that way, it'll be a lot less likely that you get shut down. You know that you couldn't sell liquor, okay? And your answer to the complaint is priceless. I told people I wasn't selling liquor. I just, you do it. I can't mimic you. I can't copy you because you are priceless. You tell me what you were doing that night if not selling liquor.
Welcome back to the People's Court. Harvey Levin here. So, be honest with me here. Is it possible to have a rager without alcohol and drugs?
No. I mean, it's possible to go to one without drinking or doing drugs, but it's definitely not possible to, actually have one because no one would go.
Interesting. Okay, very honest.
I agree. I mean, I think if somebody were to throw one without drugs or alcohol, I don't think a lot of people would go, so it wouldn't be a rager.
You guys are very honest. Thank you. That's good. Okay, going inside the courtroom.
I was taking donations that would help me pay for my tuition.
I don't care if you're taking donations to be able to feed the hungry in Africa. Do you understand that because I'm not even sure it's true, but do you understand that you cannot do it? You cannot,
yes, Your Honor.
Because when you sit there and tell me how you were, I would serve people drinks, and then if they wanted to do a donation and help me pay for tuition, they could put some money right there, right after I hand them the drink. What do you think? You're the first clown to come up with this? I mean, the government is going to take their chunk out of your hide no matter what.
Yeah.
They're gonna. This is not, and this is New York. They have perfected taking a chunk out of your hide. Believe me, they're not gonna, this is not their first rodeo. Okay. Now, I understand why you're suing for $1,500, which you say is the remaining balance of the hall. The bill for the security is $600 something, but you say that you paid them $500 and that
yeah, because the event got shut down early.
And the amount paid for party insurance, can I see the proof of that?
Yeah. So I'm handing you the certificate of liability insurance, the total, and then my bank statement showing that I paid it.
And now, what's this lost work and legal fees?
Because of the event that had occurred, there were other clients
it got shut down?
There were other clients that were driving by in the area, and after his event, we had 3 events where police came in to baby showers Sweet 16s looking for alcohol.
Maybe you should be more careful and not get information.
Absolutely.
So how's that? But I should pin that on him and make him pay you an extra $3,000 over that? That you were doing kind of loosey-goosey in the way you were booking this stuff?
The cancellations that happened afterwards.
Yeah, I'm not surprised. You have your counterclaim against him for $2,000 for what?
For wasting my time and my money. I feel like the only...
You were $500 into this party. Well, I guess you also spent some time promoting it or money that you... But, oh, by the way, when the police shut the place down, what did they do with the proceeds at the front?
They took it as well as they took all the closed bottles, which was literally one bottle, which I told the bartender, do not sell alcohol.
You're such a liar. I see all over your promotion stuff about cheap drinks. You tell me how you were accepting donations.
Of the party,
you have a bartender, oh, by the way, but don't do your job. What's a bartender there for if not to serve alcohol? What are you talking about?
People were able to buy juice beverages.
You know what? It's better if you stop. It's better if you stop because you're right. You're really affecting your ability to ever throw a party again. Okay, on the counterclaim that you have against him, 0. On your claim against him, I find that you owe the rest of the deposit. I find that you are unable to prove that you paid him for security or that you paid the insurance. Do you claim you paid the insurance?
Yes, Your Honor. They brought me back into the place and then they were trying to interrogate me like it was Law and Order or something, telling me I was gonna get my checks waived, I can get thrown in jail. They literally, and then he even sent, I have proof he sent me threatening text messages.
Yeah, the next day saying, what the heck, you left me with a big bill and you've got to pay this stuff. In fact, according to you, you stopped him from getting arrested.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's true, but you say that you had the security sweet-talk the cops and then they just handed out tickets.
Well, no, the security went over and explained what the scenario was. He wasn't supposed to have alcohol. These are some young kids trying to do something because I don't know if it was his girlfriend, whoever the bartender was supposed to be selling alcohol, and his aunt were all in handcuffs.
Was that true?
Yes, Your Honor.
Yeah, you were going downtown.
The security guard talked to them. I don't know what was all said, but they wind up just handing out summonses and telling them, look, you got to straighten up about who you wind up booking, etc.
And then they gave you a summons.
Yeah, I actually got a summons. There's a copy of the summons that I actually had to go to court for yesterday.
Good, you should. Okay, so he's not going to pay for your summons. All right, I find in favor of the plaintiff in the amount of the rest of the venue fee, the $1,500, the $500 for security, and the $235 for insurance. I'm not finding in your favor for lost work and legal fees. So there's a sum total judgment in favor of the plaintiff in the amount of $2,235. And then how much was made at the door that the police confiscated?
I have no idea. His
aunt was working. Do you have an idea or no?
Yeah, I do.
How much was it?
They took about $600 and about
the whole thing wasn't even worth it, was it?
No, Your Honor.
Pity. Okay, $2,235 verdict for the plaintiff.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, so the defendant's out here first after losing this case. What's going through your mind here after going through that?
I don't think I should have lost that case. It was totally bogus. The only thing I feel I'm guilty of is being an overambitious young man who was fooled into believing I would be able to throw a party that wouldn't be shut down.
Yeah. Are you going to keep throwing parties?
No.
Why not?
I actually just want to finish my education and probably become a doctor or a lawyer.
Oh, really?
Or maybe even a judge. I might be judging, doing something.
And how are you going to pay for it if you're not throwing parties?
Make an honest living, find a 9 to 5, maybe.
Really?
Yeah, maybe.
Okay. All right, head right down there. Follow Officer McIntosh. Okay, step on in here. Satisfied how this comes out?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. I think the ruled in my favor.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, she did.
I think could have went a little bit further. I think with the lost revenue that we didn't have, but I'm satisfied with the judgment.
You have a lot of experience renting out these places. Where did this all go wrong on you?
I think I saw a little bit of myself in him, being a young college student looking to throw a party to raise some money for tuition. So I think I let that get ahead of me.
Says he's not going to throw any more parties. He's going to get a 9 to 5. You believe him?
No, I don't think he likes to pay for anything. So.
Over to Harvey.
Let me just give you one quick warning. If you're a parent and you let your kid rent out a space like this for a party or whatnot, you really better know what the deal is before you do it, because there are possibilities of you being on the hook. That will do it for this case. Litigants for the next case on the way into the courtroom right now.
REI Co-op presents a perfect outdoor moment with the perfect gift.
Woo!
Picture this. You're ripping with your favorite person. Bluebird skies, blower powder, and frankly, you're skiing like legends.
So sick. Another lap?
Thanks to REI's curation, from lid to sticks, you nailed the gift.
No way. How'd you know?
Does it get more perfect than that? Give without guessing. Shop in store or visit rei.com.
With new, gentler scented Clorox disinfecting wipes, clean finally smells as good as it feels. On everything from lamps to ceiling fans. Even on your kid's toy shark. Oh, ouch. Clorox disinfecting wipes. Now available in crisp lemon. Find it on Amazon. Clorox. Clean feels good.
This is the plaintiff, Sherry Walski. She says she was out walking her dog one day when the reckless defendant came barreling down the street in his car, speeding around the bend and ran over her dog. She screamed, "Stop." Her dog was caught underneath the defendant's car, suffering extensive internal injuries, and the operations cost $6,000. Luckily, her dog survived, but the defendant refuses to pay her $6,077.75 vet bill, so she's suing. This is the defendant, Charles Hardy. He says he was driving in his neighborhood at the posted speed limit of 10 miles per hour and never saw the plaintiff's dog because it was on one of those long, retractable leashes. He was very upset when he realized his car rolled over the dog as it was going through the intersection. But it wasn't his fault. The lady let the dog's leash out too far. It's her fault he ran into the street, and that's why he owes nothing. He's accused of causing a doggy dilemma.
All parties, please raise your right hands.
Welcome back to the People's Court. Next case on the docket. The plaintiff says the defendant ran over her dog and the damage was extensive. The defendant says the dog was on a very long retractable leash, so it wasn't his problem. It's the case of rolling over Rover.
Thank you, Douglas. Sherry Wolski,
yes.
You are suing Charles Hardy for $6,077.75 in vet bills that you incurred as a result of what you say was his negligence.
That is correct.
Tell me what happened.
I was walking my dog on the evening of September 29th through a mobile home park around the corner from my house, and I could hear, before I even saw the defendant's vehicle, because he has a dog that he lets bark excessively out the window, and so I realized who it was, and I grabbed the leash and restrained the leash of the dog, and we continued to walk.
How far was your dog from you?
Probably about a foot and a half.
12 inches to 18 inches away from you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, go on.
Okay, and then, so as we still proceeded to walk, and then all of a sudden I looked down and my dog was caught underneath his wheels, and he
What do you mean all of a sudden? You missed the part about the actual running over the dog. How did it happen?
He was that close to us as we were walking along, and the dog got caught underneath the wheels of the vehicle as we were walking along.
He ran over the dog?
Yes.
The dog got caught underneath the wheels because the dog ran under the car, or the car ran over the dog would be dead?
No, because the speed of the car, it wasn't that fast. And
you said he came, okay, how fast was he going?
Well, when he pulled into the trailer park, I mean, it wasn't fast enough for the dog to actually die, but there was extensive damage to the dog.
How fast was he going?
Well, it goes from 30 miles an hour to 10 miles an hour, so maybe 10, 20. I mean, it's a small dog. I can show you pictures of the dog.
You felt he was going too fast?
Yes.
Yeah, let me see the pictures of the dog.
Okay.
What'd you do?
I yelled for him to stop, and at that time he did stop, and he got out, and he said to me at that time that he did not see myself or the dog, and I was able to get the dog out from underneath the vehicle.
How did you get the dog out from?
So
the dog wasn't under tires or anything like that? The dog was hit by the...
It was more like a tumbling. She did a tumbling motion, and...
okay, what kind, was he driving a truck or a car?
A truck, an SUV.
And she's so small. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
What kind of dog is your dog?
It's a puggle. It's a pug-beagle mix.
This dog
She's
is
a member
so
of our family.
Cute.
Thank you.
I very seldom have dog envy. That's not true, Sammy, if you're watching. All right. So is this after or before the accident?
That's before. And I do
Okay.
have after pictures.
All right. What happened to the dog?
The dog ended up with, it wasn't a bloody incident, but there was a lot of internal injuries.
Right.
There was fractures on both her left and her right, and there was severe nerve damage on the left side of her hip that the vet didn't think they'd be able to repair.
How'd you get the dog out from underneath? It wasn't pinned.
It was more like...
It wasn't pinned. The dog wasn't pinned under the car.
No, she was not.
Okay.
Okay, so I got her to move.
Well, what was he saying while this was going on? What did the defendant say?
Well, he patted the dog and he said, "I'm sorry, this has never happened. I didn't see you. I didn't realize you were there." And so I was trying to remain calm despite the fact that I just saw my dog get run over.
What did you say to him?
I said, "It's okay. You know, she's going to be okay. I'm going to call my husband."
In your complaint, you say that he was going too fast and that he couldn't hear or be aware of his surroundings because he had a dog that he was allowing to bark excessively.
Yes, he has a beagle that he
bothering
lets-
other people.
Yes.
And if the guy ran over your dog, you were very calm and you were. When did you become uncalm and angry at him? When you got the vet bill and it was $6,000 something dollars?
No, I was trying to stay calm, and because I had to go home and explain it to my teenage daughter, who was pretty hysterical at that time, what had happened, because she had, was just fearful that our dog was going to die.
Right. All right. Now, as it turns out, the dog needed extensive surgery, I guess?
Yes. The next day we
Two
went
hip surgeries?
Yes.
And you were very happy with the medical services of the vet?
Yes.
Because you felt that the dog wouldn't have survived?
Probably. We were wondering, and even the vet, when we went back for a recheck, they were just, they were, pretty
very
happy.
pleasantly surprised at the results.
Yes, at the progress that she has made,
right.
yes.
Well, good. I'm very glad to hear that. But then you're stuck with a $6,077.75 bill.
Yes.
Okay. How's the dog doing now?
She's doing better.
And did you have pictures that you wanted to show me after that?
After. And I also have some pictures of the street where the accident took place.
All right. What happened?
Your Honor, I was coming home and I took a right turn onto Valley Drive. I was doing much less than 10 miles an hour. I had my foot off the accelerator. I had my dog in the car. The dog was harnessed to the passenger seat, still had the leash on him. We had just come back from a walk at the airport. And I saw her.
You go to the airport to walk your dog.
Yes, ma'am.
And she goes to your neighborhood to walk hers, okay?
On Sundays, yes, the airport's not busy, and it's a large lot. It's good for his claws, so I walk him every Sunday, up Saturday and Sunday. During the week when I'm working,
It's fine. It's fine. I just thought it was funny. Okay, go ahead.
It is. So I made the corner, and I observed this lady standing in my yard.
Is she actually in your yard?
Yes, there's no fences, or the street ends, the grass begins. There's no sidewalk or shoulder on the road.
Okay, and is she on the grass or is she in the street?
Yes, she's on the grass.
Okay.
To the best of my recollection, she's on the grass. There's a line of Christmas trees right there that separate my yard from my neighbor's.
Right.
Who's at the very corner. And obviously the dog was behind the first tree, and I didn't see the dog, so I didn't know she had a dog with her.
How close did you come to her?
Not at all. She had stopped in the yard. She was still standing in the yard.
So how many feet from her was your car?
I was out on the road, 5 feet, 3 to 5 feet maybe.
She claims that the dog was 12 inches from her.
I can't be sure of that, in all honesty. I can't
believe it, because if the dog is 12 inches from you, 12 to 18 inches, I would read in your complaint that the car almost hit you. Well, I mean, if a car has the dog on, you have to realize what you're saying. No, you're here, the dog is here,
exactly,
and the dog is underneath his car. That means that the car almost hit you, which you've never said, right? Ever. Right. I think that you're trying to paint it as though your retractable leash wasn't extended, but it kind of sounds like maybe your retractable leash was doing its thing. I don't understand retractable leashes to begin with. The whole idea behind a leash is that you want to be able to control your dog. Exactly. Control your dog from attacking someone, control your dog from being attacked, control your dog from running away, control your dog from running into traffic, control your dog. That's the idea, because that's the law, is that you need to control your dog. This whole concept of these retractable, all I ever see is someone here chatting and then a dog 20 feet away on what, that's not the situation here. It's not 20 feet, but it has to have been more than 12 or 18 inches, ma'am, because there's no way physically the accident can happen how you're describing.
So how long should a retractable leash be maximum?
I think 5 feet.
Why do you say 5?
Because for safety for the people around, just to control the...
So the idea is control of the dog?
And be in charge of the dog too. You know, over 5 feet, it's unmanageable.
Fair enough. Okay, 5 feet. I think just legally, by the way, you're really close. Going inside the courtroom.
After you get out of the car, what happens? When do you realize that you've hit the dog?
When I heard her scream, I felt at the same time the right front wheel. Yes.
You felt what?
The right front wheel hitting something, and it turned out to be the dog. I heard the dog yelping, and I stopped right away. I offered to help any way I could. I didn't know what I could do, if anything.
Are you apologizing? Is she apologizing? What's happening? Everybody's apologizing? What's going on?
I didn't. I was sorry it happened.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was apologizing, sure. I hit the dog. I was behind the wheel of my own car. I would hit the dog. I wasn't speeding, driving recklessly. I wouldn't do that. I lived there since 2009. I know what this...
Well, how fast could you be going? That's your house. That's where you're stopping. That's where you're
my
going to turn.
driveway is the second one. I stopped just at the edge of my driveway and left my car in the street until she left. She told me that the dog had never done this before, so she doesn't understand why this happened. And maybe she had let out a little too much leash because...
She said that to you?
When I stopped the car, she was actually closer to my right rear tail light. And as far as I knew, the dog was ahead of my car.
Okay. Did she say to you that phrase that you said? Did she say to you, maybe I let out too much leash?
She says, I think I might have... Well, I don't know if I'm using her exact words, but it had to do with the leash, and she said maybe he had too much leash, she had too much leash. She has never done this before.
Did you say that phrase to him?
I did not. I would never.
Did you have a retractable leash?
Yes.
All right. Listen, I am really sorry that this happened to your dog. I am really happy that, although I know this was a huge financial hit, I'm really happy. It was obviously worth it. This is a member of your family, as you say many times, and there was no option. You'll delay the family vacations, the new car, the whatever else you would have done with that money to have this dog happy, healthy, and in your home as you have. But based on what I'm hearing, I can't order him. You have to be able to prove to me by a preponderance of the evidence that his negligence caused the damage. The man what's he doing? He's on the street where he's supposed to be.
Right.
I understand there's no sidewalks there and whatever else, but it is what it is. That's where you chose to walk your dog, in a street. He's driving. I don't think there's any evidence he was speeding. You say he was, but I don't think there's any evidence to support what you're saying. It's your word against his. And the guy's at his house, so he's not speeding because he's going to his house. He's there. He's done driving, okay? You tell me that it's 12 to 18 inches away. I think you're trying to make the case better for yourself, because I would have heard you say, either in your complaint to the court or in the complaint that you had to draft for the People's Court, I would have read somewhere the phrase, he almost hit me, which I'm not reading anywhere. And if your dog is underneath his car, 12 inches away from you, you would have said that. The dog wasn't that close to you. It was too much leash in a street where cars are supposed to be. So no, I'm fine in favor of the defendant.
All right, both sides, please. And so the gavel comes down on the side of the defendant here. The plaintiff steps into the hallway, and so what's going through your mind here? You don't look that thrilled.
Well, I'm still, my concern was always the dog, not so much me. And
well, fortunately, that turned out for the best, right?
Right.
That part of it. And that's the main thing.
Right.
So what are you going to do now to make sure this doesn't ever happen again?
Be more careful where I decide to walk her.
All right, right this way here. All right, so come on in here, sir, and how do you feel about how this comes out?
I have to abide by the judge's decision.
Yeah, which went your way.
Yes.
So I would if I were you.
Yes.
What was that like, that moment that you felt that under your tire?
That's hard to describe. I have a dog of my own. I'm an animal lover, and it's too bad it happened. I hope the dog gets well.
Yeah, you knew right there that what had happened,
Something,
right, at that moment.
something serious happened, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Over to Harvey.
Okay, in a lot of cities, by the way, the leash law is 6 feet. That's the max. By the way, the plaintiff, they were talking about having the dog in the passenger seat in this case. You should know it's really dangerous to have a dog in the passenger seat of a car because these airbags can kill a dog. It's not just children you have to worry about with airbags where stuff like this happens. It can kill a dog on impact, something to really think about. That will do it for this case. Litigants for the next case on the way into the courtroom right now.
Hi, I'm here to pick up my son Milo. There's no Milo here. Who picked up my son from school?
Streaming only on Peacock.
I'm gonna need the name of everyone that could have a connection.
You don't understand. It was just the 5 of us.
So this was all planned.
What are you gonna do? I will do whatever it takes to get my son back.
I honestly didn't see this coming. These nice people killing each other.
All Her Fault. A new series streaming now only on Peacock.
This is the plaintiff, Fatima Villegas. She says she moved into the defendant's apartment on a month-to-month basis and was told she had only to give 1 week's notice when she decided to move out. Sure enough, another better apartment became available 6 months later. And when she told the defendants she was moving, they became irate. Now she's having one heck of a time getting her security returned. And since this is America and there are laws against this kind of thing, she's suing for the $600 she's owed. These are the defendants, Irma Enriquez and Ianeo Hernandez. Irma says they told the plaintiff she had to give them 1 month's notice if she needed to move out, not 1 week's, for goodness sakes. They were very nice to her when she lived there and can't believe the woman's turning on them like this. But one thing's for sure, they don't owe her a penny. They're accused of a communication breakdown.
All parties, please raise your right hands.
Welcome back to the People's Court. Next case on the docket. The plaintiff says she was told she could give 1 week's notice before moving out, but the defendant says no way. He said a month. Either someone is being grossly taken advantage of or someone is a fraud. It's the case of you move me to drinking.
Thank you, Douglas. Okay, Fatima Villegas, you are suing Irma Enriquez and Irineo Hernandez for $600 of a security deposit that you are demanding they return to you when you left the apartment, and they are refusing to return. Tell me what's going on.
Yes, Your Honor. What happened is on September 2012...
I need you to speak up.
Okay, I'm sorry.
You don't have to lean in. Our microphones are very good, but you have to speak up.
On September of 2012, I did rented a room on Irma's apartment.
Okay.
Which I saw a sign by walking on the street.
All right, now you have an apartment.
Yes.
All right, and then you rent a room in their apartment.
In their apartment.
And the agreement is you're going to pay how much?
$600, including all the expenses, the lights, the gas, heat, everything.
Okay, it's you and your daughter.
Yes, me and my daughter. She's 5 years old.
All right, and you lived there how long before you decide you want to move?
On the 26th of March, I did told Miss Irma that I'm going to move out on April 1st. So I asked her for my deposit, and she get upset because she said she's going to need the money to complete her April rent.
Right.
So she's not going to be able to.
Was your understanding that you would have to give how much notice when you left?
Because when I moved in, she never was a lease, never was a contract. All
no lease?
Was verbal.
No.
So I did told her, that, and she told me that if I'm going to forever go move out, just give her a week notice. To tell her that I'm going to move and not going to be any problem to give me back my money.
Okay. Oh, it didn't work out that way, did it? Okay. So you talk to me. Tell me what happened.
Okay. When she go look at the room, I told her, if you wanted the room, that's the laws that you have to do.
That's the what?
The laws.
The law?
The laws.
Say it in Spanish.
Reglas.
Oh, okay. There's rules that you have to follow. And what are the rules?
Yeah. I told her, before you leave, you had to notice 1 month after, before you leave.
Okay, let me explain something to you, though. Did you put any of that in writing?
No.
Okay. Then let me tell you what the law, not the rules, but what the law is.
The law.
Okay.
The law.
The law in your state for your, in New York City, the law in your city, right?
Yeah.
for some reason, is different than the law in most other places. When you don't have a lease, it's a month-to-month tenancy by default. If you don't have anything in writing, then it's a month-to-month tenancy. In most states, people have to give you a month's notice on a month-to-month tenancy. In the rest of New York, they have to give you a month notice. Not in the city of New York, which does things a little differently.
So if you don't have a lease, if it's month to month, how much notice do you have to give your landlord before splitting?
I believe you should just let them, inform them that you want to leave. And
so you just go?
No, just write them a letter stating that you want to leave.
Okay, I want to leave. How much notice do you have to give them before you actually move out? This is like pulling teeth.
I don't think, maybe you don't have to, maybe 3 weeks or a month.
Why don't you know what? Think about it and get back to me. Okay, I'm going inside the courtroom.
In the city of New York, they have to give you no notice. They can just walk out. It's ridiculous. Because how are you going to hustle and get your rent together, right?
Yeah.
But that's the law. Now, having said that, when did you get out?
I moved out on April 1st, so the room was empty and nice and clean for the 2nd, so she's going to
Right, but you understand that a month ends on the last day of a month, right? March 31st, right?
Yeah, but I came in on the 1st, so...
It doesn't matter. If you come in on the 1st, your last day is the 31st. Your last day is not the 2nd.
Okay.
Okay, and in your complaint, you confess that the cleaning and everything took place on the 2nd. When did she get out?
The second day.
April.
Yeah. See, once you start living the month, you can't turn around and say, oh, by the way, you owe me that month. I know that I couldn't get my act together for 2 days of the month, but, you know, that's the the law's in your favor, and then you botched it by staying 2 days into April. All you had to do was leave by March 31st, and everything would have been fine. You would have been getting your security deposit back. So you don't, everybody put their hands down. So for the reasons I just explained in a crystal clear fashion, so I don't understand why you would have any more questions, you now can't get that security deposit back because that covers the month of April. Did you end up renting it out again in April at any point?
No.
Or did you rent it out in May?
That's why I told her.
I know. Did you rent it out in May?
2 weeks.
No, but you don't get 2 weeks. So now I'm telling you, listen to me. If you want somebody to give you 400 years notice or 4 days notice or 2 weeks or 1 month, and by the way, that wasn't your position all this time. It's been 1 month, so it's funny that he says 2 weeks. All right, you have to put it in writing.
Yeah.
So just it doesn't have to be complicated. You take a crayon and you take a roll of toilet paper and you write down, so-and-so agrees to rent this apartment and agrees to give 30 days notice before leaving. That's it. That's all you got to do. Then you can keep the security deposit without a problem. But you have to put it in writing. Do you understand? Yeah. You got lucky because she stayed 2 days in April. So unless you have a contract that shows me something else, that's what I have to follow when you guys don't have a real estate contract for rent. Got it? So that's how it works out. I'm very sorry, but that's exactly how it works out. Good luck to you guys. And that's my ruling.
Thank you.
And so the plaintiff botched the job by staying the 2 extra days. Here, step in here. What do you think of that ruling?
Well,
an explanation.
The election, so next time I will know. That's the good part of this. That's the whole...
You learn.
Yeah,
sure. You learn from your mistakes.
Oh, sure, 100%. I agree with her, so I will know for next time. Okay. I'm sure.
Right. Okay, head right down this way. All right, so come on in here. Sir, step in. You satisfied how this verdict comes out?
Yeah.
Yeah? You satisfied how it comes out? Yeah. You understand everything the judge
Yes, I understand.
explained,
You know what? She say she noticed 26. She noticed him in the day, the 1st April.
Okay, well, it doesn't matter now. You won the case on that for that reason that she stayed extra. Now, if you want 1 month notice, you have to put it in writing. Okay. You understand?
That's what I do now.
Crayon and toilet paper.
Thank you.
All right, Harvey?
Okay. So, you know, look, a lot of cities, you have to give 30 days notice. New York City is a little bit different. But the fact is, if you have a written lease, you can override whatever those presumptions are by writing in the amount of notice you have to give in the lease. If you want to give 7 days, write it in the lease. 30 days, write it in the lease. What you write in the lease and agree to controls.
Hey, Ryan Reynolds here from Mint Mobile. Now, I don't know if you've heard, but Mint's premium wireless is $15 a month. But I'd like to offer one other perk. We have no stores. That means no small talk. crazy weather we're having. No, it's not. It's just weather. It is an introvert's dream. Give it a try at mintmobile.com/switch.
Upfront payment of $45 for 3-month plan. $15 per month equivalent required. New customer offer first 3 months only. Then full price plan options available. Taxes and fees extra. See mintmobile.com.